What's going on, everyone? It is Jack from the Breakevens, giving you most likely my final team reveal for round one. This is my final video showing my team reveal, but it could change before round one. I'm not too sure yet. Before I get into my team, don't forget that we have the Breakevens Unlimited group. We are trying to get 150 people in it. Before round one. To join, the code is 432856. And don't forget, you can find us on our socials on Twitter at BreakeVensPod, where we are trying to get 500 followers on the platform, and on YouTube at the Breakevens, where we are trying to get 200. We're on the road to 200 subscribers. Don't forget, it's free and it takes 2 seconds, so please click the subscribe button. And with that said and done, let's get into my team. Alright, now starting with my defense, in my day one, I am going with Tom Stewart. Yeah, look, he's just amazing. Got Collingwood round one. I actually have the vice captain on him at the moment. Very, very good defender. Very consistent as well. My D2, I have Jordan Ridley. Shown a lot through pre-season, shown that he's got that role that he had a few years ago where he was averaging over 100. So one, he's underpriced, and two, only 9% have him. So I feel like it's a good starting D2, especially for my team, the cheaper option. Gonna score well, so I've got Jordan Ridley. My D3, I have Will Day. Got a midfield role with the Hawks. Showed a good showed very good signs through their pracky games. Got plenty of the ball, used it well. Big fan of Will Day. My D4, got Elliot Yeo. Like we've been saying all pre-season, he's the must-have mid-pricer. 52% ownership. So the only worry with him is if he gets injured, but with the 52% ownership, it's not that much of a risk, especially if it happens early, because most people have him, so everyone will be in the same boat. My D5 is Ruben Gimby. 61% ownership says a lot. He's showed a lot in the pre-season. He's put his foot up for a round one debut, but he's also been scoring well, which is great. My D6 is Charlie Constable. Again, 58% ownership, been performing well off that half back. And my two bench defenders is Darcy Wilmot, if I can bloody spell, and it is Sincotta from the Blues. I think Sincotta plays over Cohen, so that's why I've got Sincotta in. Moving over to my midfield, I've got Rory Laird in at my M1. I'm very scared with Clayton Oliver's role. They could just have been testing something through the pracky games and might not go with it, but with what I saw with his role, it was very scary, so I've made the jump up to Rory Laird. And with that, my M2 is Marcus Bonton-Smelly. Yeah, no, look, he's very good. I could go anywhere between I could go Mills down to Steele with this pick, but I'm sitting fat on Marcus Bontempelli. Might get a forward DPP as well, where I can move him there, which is great. But I'm starting him new role, more midfield. I think he's going to be very good, especially at the start of the season. My M3 is an interesting one. A lot of people have Tom Green, but I am going his teammate in Josh Kelly. 6% ownership. Let me just put Kelly in, and then so 6% ownership compared to 33% ownership. there's around 50k difference in price, and I think Kelly's gonna do the same, if not more. He showed through preseason that he's got that midfield role again. He's not going to be sitting at half forward with Leon Cameron. He's a Rolls Royce great player. So that's why I've got Josh Kelly in my M3. A bit of a pod choice as well with that 6%, which is fantastic for me. Especially I love the bloke. My M4 is an interesting one. I've got Will Setterfield, 3% ownership. Showed an inside middle role with the Bombers through preseason. Had a big 120 Supercoach score in the official Pracky game. So he looks to be a very good mid-price option. And don't worry, with him, I've got my boy down at Tigerland, Jacob Hopper. 46% ownership. He's got full midfield role. As long as he doesn't get injured, he's going to make a lot of money. He'll be at the lowest. He'll be scoring mid to high 90s, but he should be getting hundreds most weeks. My M6, I've got Finn Callahan, 244k. He's a cheap mid-pricer. Had a fantastic game inside mid and wing. He played for the Giants. Got plenty of the ball, kicked a few goals, had a 111 Supercoach game, I believe it was. Might have been a little less, but that just screams money. Money in my opinion. My M7, I have Will Ashcroft. 76% ownership, just showing he's the must-have rookie. He looked good through the Pracky games, had the role, got plenty of the pill. A bit like that Nick Dacos of last year. He's showing, he's not. Oh, I don't know. He's showing that he's going to be a consistent high scorer. Obviously, rookies are going to have weeks where they go low, but he looks like he's going to be a consistent scorer. Next player, I have Cam McKenzie from the Hawks. He also showed a lot in pre-season. I'm a little worried that he might be Josh Ward V2. Show a lot through pre-season, did not score too well in the season, but I'm not too worried about it. Cam McKenzie has shown a lot. Been a great player, showing great attributes as a rookie, and I think he's going to make a lot of money. Getting to my bench, my first bench player is Will Phillips. Not shown a lot to be an on-field player, but he's shown that he's going to make money in that Rouge squad, so I've got him there on the bench. My next one is Oscar Baker. Absolutely killed it through preseason, both Pracky games and beforehand. He's definitely put his hand up for round one. Been playing great. They were saying that they didn't plan to play him in the official Pracky game, but he came out and absolutely dominated, kicked the first goal of the game. So I think he's just further put his hand up forward to take Lockie Hunter's role. And my last midfield rookie is Chesser. He got through the Pracky game. He looks set to play round one, so I've got him in there. Moving on to my rucks, my R1 is Sean Darcy. I could go Tim English, O'Brien if I wanted to, but I'm backing Sean Darcy to have a huge, consistent year. Like I said, I think he's going to be the second highest ruck scoring in our predictions. I think he's just going to be a bit more consistent, less of those 70s, 80s scores and more of those 100s to 120s, and obviously he's going to have his big 190s, 200s that he can do. I just think the midfield around him getting better is going to give him more tap-outs advantage, and just enhance his scoring potential for the season. And at 14%, it's a bit of a pod choice with a lot of people going Wits. and English. Obviously, he's got a bit more than Wits, but English especially, a lot of people are jumping on. My next ruck is Rowan Marshall, of course. Underpriced, number one ruck. He's going to be scoring big every week, at least 100 to 120. He's going to have a huge season, and at that price, it'd be stupid not to start him. Depending on how well he goes, he could stay as that R2 as well, but he's going to make money, and he's going to be a great trade to Wits come the buys, in my opinion, unless he is dominating to a point where we cannot trade him. My bench ruck purely for loophole is Nick Madden. He's injured for half the season, so he's got no chance of playing, and he's on the orange team, so the chances of them having Sunday games are very big. So that's precisely why I've got him in. Now moving to my forward line, my F1 should be everyone's F1. 68% ownership is silly in my opinion, and that's Josh Dunkley. I don't know really what to say about him. He's a great player. He scores well, got a better role than a Doggy, so his average is going to go up probably a fair bit. But yeah, I think Josh Dunkley is a must. My F2 is Connor Rosie. That extra midfield role, I think he's going to kill it. He's very good. He gets plenty of the ball, scores well, uses it well. So I've got Connor Rosie there, and then next to him is a fellow Richmond boy for me, Tim Taranto. Looks absolutely looks like he's going to be absolutely huge for the Tigers. I can see him being much more consistent with his scoring, getting hundreds more consistently, less 90s, even going big again on 140s, even as he showed he can get 70 super coach in a quarter. So he's got a bit more of a ceiling this year. I feel like I think we can see more bigger games from him. So Tim Taranto, in my opinion, is a must in my opinion, but I can understand why people won't get him. My F4, Errol Goulden, the Goulden child. Yeah, look, train the house down, being probably the best player of the preseason, including that's out of every team. Really amazing what he's been able to do. So it's he's shown why he's like put his hand up for everyone to be putting him in, especially at 472k, making lots of money. My F5, another one who's been shown a lot through preseason is Tanner Bruin. When he got that trade, I was one to say I don't think he plays round one. I don't know if he plays. Why has he done it? But he's shown that shown why he got the move to Geelong, why Geelong wanted him, and he looks set to be playing as a midfielder round one and scoring well to make money. So good on you, mate. Going to make a lot of money for me at that F5, and my F6 is a man by the name of Harry Sheasel. He came into my team last night. I've been upping and ahhing between him and Liam Henry, who's a couple of K more expensive, but Sheasel's role is a lot better, and he's scored a couple extra points it was a couple less points than Henry in the Pracky, but his role showed a more consistent scoring in my opinion, so I've gone Sheasel and saves a couple extra dollars on my bill. My two bench forwards is Fergus Green from the Hawks. He's going to be playing early on with Mitch Lewis out injured, but he also has a chance to keep his spot in the team, as he has flexibility to play as a mid-height forward and a key forward. And my last forward pick is it Owen Davey? Also showed a lot in pre-season, and he looks like he's putting his name forward for a round one debut. That leaves me with 24,700 salary, so there's not much I can really do. But going through my team, I've got in defence Stewart, Ridley, Day, Yo, Gimby, Constable, Wilmot and Sincotta. Mids, Laird, Bontempelli, Kelly, Setterfield, Hopper, Callaghan, Ashcroft, McKenzie, Phillips, Baker, Chesser. Rucks, Darcy, Marshall, Madden. And forwards, Dunkley, Rosie, Taranto, Goulden, Bruin, Sheasel, Green and Davey. What do you think of my team? Please let me know in the YouTube comments and on Twitter. Before I go, don't forget to join our unlimited group. The code is 432856. And like I said, hit us up on Twitter at BreakEvensPod. Let me know what you think of my team there and in the YouTube comments. Where I'm happy to look at any feedback you guys have about my team. So thank you for watching on YouTube and listening on Apple Podcast. And until next time, it's bye for now.